All right, this is Chris with Syracuse Music Collective, and I have on the line with me Bobby and Diana Steele from the Undead. How are you both doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
Awesome. So let's get right into it. You guys been on tour, pretty much spring and now into the summer, and how's it been going so far?
So far, so good. Can't complain.
Awesome. And how have the gigs been? I mean, I've been seeing the live feed videos, and they look pretty awesome to me.
They've been turning out really well. We've been, getting better and better crowds, more enthusiastic crowds. So we can't complain.
All right, right on. Now, you guys just released the newest LP, The More the Merrier, not that long ago, and let me see if memory serves me correct. That would be the 8th full-length LP, if memory serves me correct.
You'll have to tell me. I love count. Yeah.
It's a nice. I love the songs on it, especially some of the the older ones that were a little updated. So tell me, how did that one come about? How did that come together?
Go ahead.
That's yours.
Okay. Yeah. There's been kind of a break, between LPs, as usual, and it was just time to get something together. Having a new lineup and having Diana adding keyboards and stuff. That's one of the reasons why we updated some of the songs, because certain songs, even when we had been recording them in the past, I would be listening to them and saying, boy, this would be so cool if there was a piano on this or an organ on this, and so now we had the opportunity to actually get an example of what those songs would be like, more the way I imagined them as I was working on them and stuff. So having Diana coming in here and adding all those parts just really made a big difference, and having her around has been great.
Yeah, and I've been a fan since I was a kid, and even a fresh take on these. I actually enjoyed it. I like how it kind of takes it up to another level, in my opinion. So I really like how it all turned out as well. Not to mention the 5 different color vinyls.
One day she was just kind of fooling around with this pipe organ sound, and she started playing the London Dundon riff, and we were like, oh, we got to do that.
No, and like I said, it came out really awesome. I mean, I like I said, I like how it shows progression, and it really works for it. I really dig it. So thank you.
It was it just adds that extra spooky edge to the song that that it needed.
Exactly. And then let's see. Now, you guys. You've been doing music for about 37 years now. Like I said, my memory serves me correct. I mean, what do you think is your secret to 38 now? Or
somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta ask. I mean, what's the secret to your longevity and the success of it? I mean, what drives you? What keeps you, really going?
Well, one thing is, I love the music, and I've got somebody alongside me who's been real supportive, and kind of been, egging me to keep going on with it and stuff like that. And
she tried to retire.
I tried to take a break, and Diana came along, and she was just like, no, you got to keep moving here. So it's kind of working with Diana has made things a lot more fun, enjoyable all around. So it keeps it going, it keeps it fresh. We've I don't know if you've heard yet, but we just finished. We actually co-wrote a bunch of songs for an EP that's going to be coming out towards the end of the summer.
Nice.
It's called it's called Having an Undead Summer. It's a 4-song, 7-inch EP.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're just waiting to hear from the pressing plant on when they expect the records to actually be to arrive to us and stuff. So you don't know with pressing plants these days how long it'll take them. With the More the Merrier LPs, they said it's going to take about 6 months, and it only took about a month and a half. So we're kind of hoping that they can squeeze these through quickly too.
We'll get them next week now.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, me too.
It used to be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, I can relate to working with my wife for what we do with this our music site. My wife is actually the editor and the co-owner, so I mean I completely understand how much fun it can be working together as well. And
Yeah.
trust me,
it's way cool.
Yeah.
and trust me, she's a much better writer than I am. By far.
Yeah, it's like working with Diana, like we'll bounce ideas back and forth. One of us will come up with a line, and like sometimes you get hung up on something, and we just kind of like get a tongue-in-cheek comment, also that like leads to the next line. And we've just had a lot of fun like writing this one. This has been probably like the most fun record to write. On top of everything else, to write, to record. So we enjoyed it. And also having like an extra set of ears, like when it came down to the mixes and stuff, really helped out a lot also.
Awesome.
And it's free.
And it's free.
when it's in the family, it's free.
Yeah, we record everything in our basement, so the studio time is free. So like we can keep like correcting things and all, adjusting things until everybody's happy. So that makes a big difference also.
Awesome. Now, one of the things that I remember is, you and I actually went back back when I was in junior high. You granted me my first interview back in junior high for a school paper, and here we are, years and years later. And I remember you told me.
You don't want to date yourself, huh? Years and years later.
I've come to grips with how old I am now, so it's all good. And I remember how you told me who your influences were back then. But now I was actually curious. Who are you listening to now? Like, what bands have caught your attention, more recently?
Wow, that's a tough one, because we really haven't had much time to like listen to anything really new, have we?
Huh.
Got a lot of favorite openers.
But like, we got like a lot of like really good opening bands. So like, nothing that I could say like it was really influential to us. But it's been like for a while, the punk scene was kind of like really like generic and dull sounding, but lately we've been running into bands like After the Burn, who else? The Flesh Junkies, the Omega Men,
The Worst. I know, we're gonna kick ourselves.
Yeah,
later.
we're gonna kick ourselves later.
But, sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot.
But yeah, it's like a whole mix of like punk rock, psychobilly, and stuff like that.
And then there's bands like Lunatic Fringe when like the 17-year-olds can like make you feel like
play rings around us. Yeah, we got these like high school kids who can like play rings around us. It's like it's embarrassing to be around them,
Oh. Well, since you brought it up, the whole thing with punk. How would you define, or how do you view punk today as versus when you were younger? Obviously there's been some dramatic changes as you mentioned. So, what are the changes you've noticed?
There's a lot of good ones, like we've just mentioning and all, but then there's also like a lot of just like wannabe generic bands at the same time. So it's all you get a lot of the bands where maybe the musicians are pretty good, but the singer is just somebody who's like screaming off key, and
or you can't hear the vocals.
Yeah.
I mean the lyrics.
Yeah. So
right.
that's how me and Greg, like we come, I've always kind of like lean more towards like Ramones, that kind of like more poppy punk stuff without being overly pop.
Gotcha. All right. No, this is just one of my personal favorites from the end. Actually, it's not even. It was one of the songs that you guys remade, eons ago, which was Barry McGuire's "Eve of Destruction," and I always liked the way you played it. Now, one of the thoughts, it's just a random thought I had in my head, which is I wondered if Bobby was to update it with things going on today, if that would be a project you would take on, with some of the issues going on in the world today.
That might be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on Act Your Age, so there's a possibility of like
a good possibility.
Yeah, cause we've been kind of like talking about like pulling out some of the older songs and like doing bringing it back into the live show and stuff. So yeah, if we did Eve of Destruction, I guess we would have to like update it with like the more recent like news and stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The lyrics of that one even is still pretty really really loud. But it was something about your version that always kept my like wow, I just like the edge of it, the way you guys played it. I was like, wow, I wonder if you'd ever So thank you again.
Thank you, man.
I mean,
are you going to be? Is it going to be at the Syracuse show?
Oh yeah, you better be.
Is that a hint that we do it then?
I'm sorry?
I said, are you hinting that he plays it at the Syracuse show?
I would never tell an artist what they should play it by any means, but it would be nice. No, just kidding.
Oh, quick! We gotta go. We gotta go practice.
Oh, book us back next year.
Oh, okay, yeah. Book us next year.
And speaking of, wrapping up, you got, the Undead has a show this Saturday at Funkin' Waffles in downtown. With Secrets Kept, Surrogates, Dance the Hempen Jig, and the Shove It. I'm hoping everybody comes out to it. I mean, it's going to be a great show. I mean, you guys are finally getting back to Syracuse, so I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, so are we. We're we've been looking forward to this one for a while because we've been talking to you about trying to get something together for the last year and a half, I think.
I think it's actually even longer than that.
Yeah, possibly. Yes, finally getting something hooked up and confirmed and ready to go is it's exciting.
All right. Wrapping up, is there anything you want to just say before we wrap this up? I mean, any message to fans or anything you want to tell everybody?
Let's see. Just want to thank everybody for their support, and I'll thank everybody in advance for coming out to the show on Saturday, and we're really looking forward to it. We're going to have some T-shirts and merchandise. We've actually got some limited edition skateboard decks that we're going to be selling at the show. We only sell them at shows, so
awesome.
If you're into skating, bring some extra cash and pick one up.
And obviously, like us on Facebook and the Undead.
Yeah, and go to our website, theundead.com.
All right. Thank you both, Bobby and Diana, for taking the time. And I will see you Saturday.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Chris. You take it easy.
You too.